At the moment we're in Condom, lol, in the Gers, Department of France, which is number 32, and we're going to be heading down to the Pays Basque, which is Department number 64, Pyrénées-Atlantiques. You may know it, but just some of the major places around there is Bayonne, Biarritz, Saint Jean de Luz, Cibourg, etc. And we're going to be heading down there, which we expect it to be a little bit cooler than here, maybe a little bit rainy because it normally is. It's going to be about a 2-hour journey, something like that, without pushing it, 2.5 hours. So we're off now, and see you in the Pays Basque. Here we are in the Pays Basque. We're in this little farm. It's a real, well, it's a campsite. I don't know if you can see it behind me, but I'll show you afterwards. It's in a bit of a rundown farm type of thing. It's very simple. It's very cheap. It's $9.50 a night with electricity. Here's the farm dog. I'm just going past with my dog. Let's hope there's no animation here. They're just looking at each other. It's actually a working farm, so they did have pigs, but it looks like the pigs might have gone somewhere, you know where. Anyway, and also in here behind me there's a barn with calves and stuff like that. So it's mostly, I think it's a dairy farm. It's very quiet at night. It's in the middle of nowhere, so there's no light pollution. The sky is lovely when it's clear. It's clear today, and it's going to be clear tonight, so there'll be lots and lots of stars out. It's quiet. I'll show you. There's a road that's sort of at the bottom, just behind me. There's a road, down there, which is a bit noisy now, but at night there seems to be nobody coming by. It's a little bit busy now. Well, busy, it's not mega busy. I mean, it's not the M25 or the A62, but there's a few cars go by. But at night you can actually hear absolutely nothing. It's totally quiet here. This is the Pays Basque, typical Pays Basque, very green because it rains a bit, like Ireland. There's the cows from the farm, and the Pays Basque is absolutely lovely. And you can put up with the rain. It is so nice because it stays so green. If you go just a little bit north, it's so dry and brown, and it's just parched. But here, it's always this lovely undulating countryside, beautifully green with these lovely houses, mainly white with sort of red timber work. This is typical Pays Basque. This is a place called Saint Pée sur Nivelle. Nivelle is the river. As you can see all around, it's very undulating. There's lots of woods. Just over there, behind that house, just a couple of kilometers, is Spain. So a lot of people go and do their shopping there, but it is absolutely gorgeous. So there's the campsite there. I think there's about 20 places on there, and it's not full. There's plenty of room. There's lots of room between campers. Here are the cows from the farm, and I don't know if you can see them, but there are some egrets there. These look like little egrets, but there may be some bigger ones over there. In French they're called aigrette garde-boeuf, so it means the egrets that look after the cows. And they do look after them because they follow the cows all the time, because the cows are sort of, chomping away at the grass, and they get up insects and stuff like this, but they also pick off all of the insects and things on the cows. So they live very happily together, and there's quite a few of them. I mean, sometimes you see hundreds of these egrets, but some of the bigger ones, these are little egrets by the looks of it. There may be just one over there, which is the garde-boeuf, which is a lot bigger. But there you go, a working farm, a lovely little campsite over there, and a Jack Russell that wants to go and see the cows. No, you can't go and see him. Anyway, so this is the Pays Basque. It's absolutely lovely. And just so over behind that house is Spain. over this way, where this road is going, there is Saint Jean de Luz and Biarritz, which is not very far. So it's about, I'd say, about 7 or 8 kilometers. Now, you would never be able to camp, or you could, but you know, the really sort of commercial and busy and noisy campsites on the coast, they're mega expensive as well. So if, you know, the ideal is like places like this where you can just escape from the hubbub of the busy beaches and come back to a place like this and, you know, just relax and chill out and go to the beach in the day, come back in the evening, go out for a meal, whatever. I mean, you're not very far. This, as I said, it's called Saint Pée sur Nivelle. I'll write it down somewhere so you can see. But excellent place. There's 2 or 3 campsites like this, and there's another one which is a little bit more sort of elaborate further down, which I've stayed at about 10 years ago, which is not bad as well. 4 or 5 kilometers, no, probably 3 kilometers from here. There's a commercial centre with supermarkets and, you know, DIY shops and stuff like this, and I mean, you can get everything. Yeah, so and obviously, well, not obviously, but in Spain there's huge supermarkets because things like alcohol and cigarettes are a lot cheaper. Before, the petrol was, you know, a fraction of the price in France, and it was really worth going, but there doesn't seem to be that much difference now. Especially as the French government are helping out a bit with the petrol costs. And this is where City Jack Russell decides that he's a hunting Jack Russell and he's trying to dig something up. He thinks there's a rabbit or something under there. There you go. Pulling it all out with his mouth. That must be lovely. You know, a big clump of mud in your mouth. Anyway, that's, you know, it's intuitive for them, being dafties as well. Here's a fun fact, which, you know, you may know or you may not know, but Basque, the language Basque, this is the Basque country, which straddles Spain and France, the southwest of France. Basque is a language which has absolutely no connection or roots in any language, living or dead. It's because basically at the time the Basques lived in these small mountain villages, and they were able not to get polluted by French or Spanish or whatever, and Basque is quite popularly spoken. Most of the signs, like in places like Wales and whatever, are in both languages, but in some places, especially these little places, they're only in Basque. And when you see Basque written or hear it spoken, I've only heard it spoken with the singers. There's a lot of Basque singers who go to the festivals and stuff like this. So if you go to a festival, you hear these Basque singers, and it's a lovely language, but like I say, there's absolutely no link with Indo-European, Latin or whatever. Totally different, not Celtic, it's on its own. And apparently there were studies done on Basque blood, which is so pure and helps them to be immune from lots of illnesses. But I won't go too far into that because I don't know much about it. And my dog's trying to pull me, and I'm just going to show you behind. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see where it is. It's just on the right of the house. That is a hill called La Rune, and they say that when you see La Rune, it means it's going to rain, and they say when you cannot see La Rune, the big hill there, it means it's raining. So you get an idea of the type of weather they get here. But the climate is pretty mild. It is a little bit wet, but it's a pretty mild climate. We're right in the southwest of France. It doesn't get as hot as, well, Toulouse, for example. So it stays nice. I mean, we've got a couple of days coming up, about 29-30 degrees, but no more. That's about it. It's great. And now the farmer is calling in the cows, maybe in Basque. Let's have a look. So this is the entrance to the campsite. As I said, it's $9.50 a night with electricity and water. There's water on every pitch. The toilets and bathrooms are a little bit tired. They're clean. Water is boiling hot, and It's not like one of those push things, you know. You get these push taps where they go on for about 3 seconds and then turn off. These are real ones, and the water is boiling hot, which is brilliant. So you can get like that. And it's really nice underneath the trees. And just at the back there's a little stream, which is really nice because you can hear that in the evening. And here we are, this is where we're set up. There's Stan's bed. It's only for the day, he comes in at night, obviously. Well, not obviously, but he does. There you go. So here we are. So it's a false alarm on the pigs. They're here. They haven't been made into, well, let's not get too close about that. Anyway, so the pigs are here. And here they are, happily grunting away. Poor things. There you go. This one's a little bit curious. Wants to see Stan. What's your name then? Huh? So that's all from this place in the Pays Basque. I'm going to be moving on tomorrow. But as we're going to have a bit of rain, I'm going to be cooking a butter chicken curry in the van. So I'll film it as well. So if you want to know how to make the best butter chicken this side of Udaipur, then stay tuned next time for me cooking a butter chicken in the van. Thanks for watching, bye bye, and do subscribe.